Police investigating the country's first homicide for the year. A stern warning for motorists. In sports tourism taking off. The Bahamas tonight, the national report starts after this.
ZNS News is linked up by BTC. Whether it's chatting, gaming, content creating, or working smart to get things done, link up to stay connected with BTC.
Good evening, I'm Desmond Saunders. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thank you so much for joining us. The 2023 New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade is now history after a 2-year hiatus due to COVID-19. Thousands turning out on Bay for a spectacular display of the country's premier cultural festival. Officials announcing this year's winners late this afternoon.
In second position, with a score of, when you listen, 90.62 success. And the winner of the New Year's Day 2023 with a score of 92.37, One Family.
The One Family Junkanoo Group are the 2023 New Year's Day Junkanoo champions. A group returning on Bay Street, capturing Best Overall Performance, Best Music, Best Overall Costume, and Best Over-the-Shoulder categories. The group thrilled spectators with the theme, Happy Hour, Come Celebrate With Us. Group Chairperson Christina Fernanda elated over their 2 straight victory.
Words cannot explain the feeling right now for myself and the entire group as a whole. Our theme 2023 New Year's was Happy Hour, Come Celebrate With Us. And it was part 2 of part 1, which was Boxing Day. And so we're going to be turning 30 next March. And we thought what better way to kick off our celebrations by doing a happy hour theme, celebrating getting the party started on our 30th anniversary.
Fernandez says it was a rough ride with COVID's staggering impact, but the group pulled it off.
This year was very trying. It was trying because, like I said before, there was no Junkanoo, then there was Junkanoo, then you had the hiccups with supply shortage and then finances. But we put a plan in place that we would get to the drawing board, work with what we had, and just come out and do the best that we can. And I guess teamwork makes the dream work because we were successful.
The Saxon Superstars placed second with 90.62 points, followed by Roots with 90.61. The Valley Boys placing 4th with 90.29 points. College Junkanoo Group winning the hearts of judges in the B Division in the New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade with 85.95 points. The group capturing prizes in the best performance, best over-the-shoulder, best music, and best overall costume areas. And with the New Year's and Boxing Day Junkanoo Parades now history, Junkanoo Group's heading back to the shacks, mapping out a new course and a new strategy for the next parade. Now for a recap of the 2023 New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade, the biggest event topping the nation's cultural calendar. Here's Fern Carey.
Junkanooers returned to Bay Street in full force Monday morning, all hoping to capture the top prize and bragging rights for 2023. The cultural display rekindling a well-loved holiday tradition after a 2-year break due to the COVID-19 pandemic. First out of the gate was Genesis, putting on a colorful display under the theme, The Butterfly Kingdom, providing a look into the world of the delicate and exquisite butterflies. Up next, the music makers showcasing Bahamas treasures. It was then time for the Saxon Superstars, who thrill fans with a vibrant display of their theme, the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, in celebration of the 50th anniversary Golden Jubilee for the country. The Valley Boys also wowed the crowd with their show-stopping performance. Roots highlighted their theme of Atlantis, Guardians of the Deep, Atlantis Begins to Rise. This after Poseidon strikes his trident. Rounding out the A group category, the One Family Warriors, under the theme Happy Hour, Come Celebrate With Us. The group hoping to repeat their sweep of the Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade and seal another win in the New Year's Day Parade. Taking in the sights and sounds was the nation's chief, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis. He offered these wishes for Bahamians and residents this new year.
I wish them all a very productive and healthy new year. And just work and partner with me as we move to create more opportunities for Bahamian empowerment, identify and create initiatives to lower the cost of living, ensure that Bahamians are able to have access to affordable homes. Those are some of my priorities this given year, and to see how we could alleviate some of the burdens that continues to plague our people.
The Prime Minister also noted that the government will continue to create opportunities for residents in the Family Islands.
We are not Nassau-centric at all, and you'll see things happening in the Family Islands. In fact, that's what we are attempting to do, to ensure that each Family Island has some activity that will continue to sustain them and stop what I call the urban push and the rural push and the urban pull, so that we can try to have people staying home of the land of their birth by their school, and that is part of the priority this year as well.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
A number of arrests taking place at the New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade. Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernandez says police partnered with the Royal Bahamas Defense Force to ensure the safety of residents and visitors.
A group of individuals were attempting to enter Bay Street. We were able to stop them at the border and arrested them, and they are now in the station being checked out at this time.
Commissioner Fernandez urging the public to continue partnering with the police in the new year.
I want to wish the Bahamian people a happy new year, and I thank you for your support in 2022. And I want us to continue that partnership into this new year, 2023. One, that partnership will continue. This energy that you see this morning on the Boxing Day Parade, that will be carried over for the remainder of the year into the various hotspots to ensure that the Bahamian people are safe.
Final preparations underway for the start of the New Year's Junkanoo Parade in Freeport, Grand Bahama tonight. Chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party and Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, is in the nation's second city for the cultural event.
I will attend the Junkanoo Parade, which begins at 6 p.m. this evening in Freeport, Grand Bahama, where I'll be until the 12th day of Christmas, which is Epiphany, the Feast of Epiphany, the 6th of January. We bury the late Mario Pugh on that day. His booming voice was missing at midnight mass on Saturday night, Sunday morning at Ascension Church. Rest in peace. I had a great time with Bishop Barry Morris and the Bahama Brass Band in Grand Bahama. It's the second time that I've joined the brass band began marching at 2 o'clock in the morning from the church in Seagrape in 8 Mile Rock to Pinedale in 8 Mile Rock. I will join the church in Seagrape later today as they serve 1,000 meals to the community of 8 Mile Rock. Congratulations to Pastor Keith Palmer, who is the brother of my dear late friend Dolly from the Straw Market in Freeport.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more after this.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Hear that? If you listen closely, you can hear the heartbeat of a nation. That unique sound of a great country pounding with colorful history, a rich culture, and unwavering ambition. When you look around, you recognize its pulse. The people who love to celebrate, who identify with triumph, a people who know how to be our brother's keeper. Commonwealth Bank, built by Bahamians, here for Bahamians, Bahamians helping Bahamians.
This Christmas season, stream with faster speeds. The unforgettable things we all have to see. Share every memory. Link up for Christmas. Link up with BTC. We are family.
BTC will make this festive season fun and fast with BTC's fiber internet. Sign up and BTC will give you 1 month free or go postpaid and get unlimited Facebook and WhatsApp.
Link up for Christmas. Link up with BTC.
Christmas coming here is all around. Christmas back in town. Christmas coming here is all around.
Christmas is coming, and your fingers know it.
Christmas back in town. Christmas back in town. Christmas back in town. Oh yeah, I can feel Christmas back in town.
For a finger-licking good Christmas. KFC.
Back in town.
Disney Cruise Line cast and crew are here at the Ranfurly home bringing holiday cheer as a part of our initiative Wishes Set Sail in celebration of our newest ship, the Disney Wish. Our time here at the Ranfurly home is just one way we're spreading holiday cheer throughout the Bahamas through our Wishes Set Sail initiative. Earlier this month, we provided books and gifts to students at schools in Central and South Abaco and in Central and South Eleuthera.
The children got an opportunity to take pictures with Mickey, and Mickey high-five and fist-bump them. They were in Disney heaven. So that was one of the most memorable moments for me.
A man and a woman are the first homicides for the new year. The victims gunned down in their home as they slept during the early morning hours Monday. The tragic incident taking place on Mantal Street in Montel Heights shortly before 3 a.m. Police say as the victim slept, a man entered the home and shot both persons multiple times about the body. It is also reported that prior to the incident, the deceased male was involved in an altercation with one of the suspects, who are now in police custody. Representatives from a local towing company fishing a Jeep out of waters on Montague Beach Monday morning. Unconfirmed reports are that the driver of the vehicle was unharmed. Meantime, the circumstances surrounding the incident unclear at this time. Police are urging members of the motoring public to drive with caution and care, particularly given the spike in accidents and fatalities in 2022. Well, in the face of rising crime, Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, says the plan is to get tough on repeat offenders. He says the Bahamas Department of Corrections is moving toward becoming a correctional facility to better prepare prisoners for reintegration into society. He insists those who continue to break the law must face penalties.
We hope to, in the new year, move away from this concept that when you are sent to prison, you get 4 months off your sentence automatically. And you never have to account for it. So if you get out after 8 months and you commit a crime, the first day after you get out, you never account for the 4 months that you were given off. We're going to be seeking to introduce a system of parole where you will be accountable for every day that you're sentenced. Even if you get out 4 months early, if you commit an offense on that day, you will go back to prison to serve those 4 months because you've decided that you don't want to behave.
Minister of National Security says it would require the introduction of new legislation. The good news is they're ready to be rolled out with minor changes. He says government aims to have it out for consultation possibly early this month.
That would require a Parole and Reentry Act that was drafted. There's a draft after the committee reported in 2016. With the change of government, it wasn't pursued. The committee was chaired by Archdeacon Gomez and Reverend Patrick Paul. It did a lot of work looking at systems in the U.S. and in the Caribbean islands around us. It's a product that is at the point that it can be rolled out. You cannot, in my mind, get 4 months off and not be accountable for it once you get out.
A growing number of motorists are getting behind the wheels of their vehicles without proper documents. It's a concern for traffic police. Officer in charge of the Police Traffic Division, Chief Superintendent David Lockhart.
Every driver should be very concerned of that, especially if you're driving a car, let's say valued $30,000, and someone were to get in a crash with you and they write that off. They have no insurance, and if you only have third-party insurance on your car, that's a loss because you can't claim from your policy. So, you know, that is a big concern. I've been working closely with the Road Traffic Department to see how we can reduce the amount of drivers on the road that are driving with no license, no insurance.
He says the victims in those accidents can usually take out civil action outside of the police involvement, but even that may be futile.
That tends sometimes to be very problematic, or, you know, most of the persons driving the car, they have minimal job, making minimum wage, and they'd go before the court and say, I only could afford $50 a month, and you know, it could take years before you ever recover the loss of your vehicle. So we want to send a clarion call out to all persons. The law requires that your vehicle must be licensed and insured to be on the road.
FTX founder and former CEO Sam Bankman-Fried expected to start his new year in court this week as his trial is scheduled to open in Manhattan before a U.S. District Judge Ronnie Abrams tomorrow, January 3rd. The 30-year-old American is facing 8 criminal charges stemming from the collapse of the cryptocurrency exchange. Prosecutors are alleging in international reports that Bankman-Fried masterminded fraud of epic proportions and pilfered customer funds to prop up Alameda Research, the firm's trading arm. FTX lost billions of dollars following its collapse last year, leaving behind a global list of creditors. Bankman-Fried is also facing federal charges alleging that he violated campaign finance rules in the U.S. 2 of his top associates, Gary Wang and Caroline Allison, have already pleaded guilty for their roles in the collapse of FTX and said to be cooperating with authorities. Now it's time for our weekly poll question. And this week we're asking, do you make New Year's resolutions? Yes or no? To participate, simply log on to our website, www.znsbahamas.com, as well as any of our social media platforms to answer. The poll's final results will be aired on Friday. As always, thanks for your participation.
Drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
NBA League Pass is the coolest way to watch the hottest game there is. When threes rain down and superstars heat up. when clutch jumpers splash and your team is fire. You'll be there for up to 40 games a week, any way you want to watch. NBA League Pass. Order now.
Disney Cruise Line cast and crew are here at the Ranfully home, bringing holiday cheer as a part of our initiative, Wishes Set Sail, in celebration of our newest ship, the Disney Wish. Our time here at the Ranfully home is just one way we're spreading holiday cheer throughout the Bahamas through our Wishes Set Sail initiative. Earlier this month, we provided books and gifts to students at schools in Central and South Abaco and in Central and South Eleuthera.
The children got an opportunity to take pictures with Mickey, and Mickey high-five and fist bump them. They were in Disney heaven. So that was one of the most memorable moments for me.
During 2022, Family Guardian was honored to provide tangible assistance to numerous Bahamian communities, organizations, and charities, including the Bahamas Kidney Association, Bahamas Humane Society, Bahamas Crisis Center, Stapleton School, Salvation Army School for the Blind, Nurses Association, Persis Rogers Home for the Aged, Grand Bahama Children's Home, 4D Stallions Track Club, Rhythm and Youth Rake and Scrape Band, Cancer Society of the Bahamas, Reach Out Youth Organization, Falcon Boys Club, Royal Bahamas Police Force Dependents Trust, PACE, Sister Breast Cancer Support Group, the Down Syndrome Center, Great Commission Ministries, and Every Child Counts Special Needs School. Our record of corporate giving speaks for itself, and our commitment to positively impact the communities where we work and live remains a foundational principle for our company. As the year draws to a close, we would like to say thank you to our clients and a Merry Christmas and a healthy, happy, and prosperous New Year to all from the management and staff of Family Guardian.
Well, there's been an uptick in cyberbullying spurred on by greater use of technology during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Clinic coordinator for the Adolescent Health Center, Yolanda Bullitt, says it is something parents should be concerned about as it can have a detrimental impact on their children.
Cyberbullying really took off because a lot of children felt safe behind the screens. But when they got back to school or they got back out in public, we had an increase in violence. And so for cyberbullying, you need to teach your children proper manners and respect and let them know that the same thing you do face-to-face, you would do if you're on the internet. You want to have good manners. You want to, and if you come across something that is disturbing to you, bring it to an adult's attention. You should not partake in it. You know, if you know someone is being bullied, let somebody know. Seek help for that person. Parents need to have an active role. That's the only way you're going to know. Most children won't tell their parents because they feel as if it's something in them that's causing them to be bullied.
Well, she says parents must be more vigilant as their child can be the perpetrator or the victim in such instances.
As parents, we need to remove the stigma of what is good conversation and bad conversation. We need to let our children know that we love them despite whatever they may or may not have done. And that is the only way that we're going to break that barrier, because you can talk to your child all day. And as parents, we do. But do they talk back? Do they tell us the truth? And so you need to let them know that, hey, regardless of what's happening, I will always love you. I'm always there for you. And you have to say it and constantly show it so that when they do run into trouble or before they even get into trouble, they will be open to you and say, this is what's going on, I need help. Unless that happens, unfortunately, we will still have that barrier in communications between parents and kids.
H.G. Christie celebrating a milestone in business with a centennial extravaganza at the Luxurious Life at Key Club in Western New Providence. The event venue served as a nod to the company's founder, Sir Harold Christie, who was instrumental in the development of the company. Staff, clients, friends, and partners of the country's oldest real estate firm gathered to celebrate an exceptional 100-year legacy. The evening filled with fun, food, and holiday cheer. The final event of the year-long anniversary celebrations commemorating the company's founding in 1922. Guests included Former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Hewitt Ingram, and former Deputy Prime Minister Brent Simonet, they're all welcomed by the vibrant sights and sounds of a traditional Junkanoo rush out with stellar live performances from the National Youth Choir and the international band Classic Airwaves. Well, as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all of our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. Really appreciate it. And just in case you missed your news, be sure to head there to catch up. Back after this.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Our free pick, pack, delivery service gives everyone in the Family Islands a chance to shop a variety of club products and prices right from home. Simply call or WhatsApp your order to 242-677-7266 or email order@amlfoods.com. A friendly customer service representative is waiting to pick, pack, and deliver your order to the mailboat of your choice. The options are truly endless, and with membership you save even more. So order today and let Costrite pick, pack, and deliver right to you.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Well, the marked increase in Family Island traffic fatalities is worrying for head of the Police Traffic Division, Chief Superintendent David Lockhart, who says his team intends to tackle the problem in 2023. Most concerning are the islands of Abaco and Eleuthera, where he says there has been a nearly 100% increase in fatalities and about 90% of them are preventable. While he encourages residents there to slow down, Lockhart says the Ministry of Transport and Housing has started a road safety campaign, and police intend to do more to enforce the speed limit.
We're hoping that going into the new year that we would run some operations and then we would do some sensitizing of members of the community for them to adhere to the posted speed limit and to obey the road traffic rules and regulation. I've been in communication with Chief Superintendent Minus in Abaco and Chief Superintendent Knowles in Eleuthera to work with them to see how we can try and reduce the amount of traffic crashes.
Time now for a check on Family Island weather temperatures. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joining us live. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Desmond. We're under partly cloudy skies. Temperature at 80 degrees. The relative humidity 71%. Southeast winds at 12 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,021.1 millibars. That's 30.15 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 77 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Greenville, Key, and Abaco. Marsh Harbor at 79 degrees. The Berry Island 78. Allenstown, Bimini 79 degrees. 80 degrees in Harbor Island. Roxanne, Eleuthera at 79. Black Point, Exuma, Camp Space, Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros at 80 degrees. More 80s in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, Rim Key, and Georgetown, Exuma, Ragged Island, Clarence, Long Island, and Crooked Island reported 81 degrees. Betsy Bay, Maguana 80, Acklands 80, Matthew Town and Agua 81, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 79 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Setter. In the northwestern islands tonight, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots, wave heights at 2 to 4 feet. Low tide will occur at 10:40 tonight, and for the central and southeastern islands, easterly flow at 12 to 18 knots, the wave heights 3 to 6 feet with a moderate chop. So caution flags in place for the central and southeastern islands tonight. And then tomorrow, Tuesday through Wednesday, in the northwestern islands, those winds will rotate clockwise, becoming southeast at 10 to 15 knots. Wave heights remaining at 2 to 4 feet. Low tide 11:42 in the morning with a high tide at 5:23 in the afternoon. Now for the central and southeastern islands through Wednesday, the wind southeast at 12 to 18 knots. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet, maintaining those caution flags. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. International temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, the extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have a sweet new year? Spend a minimum of $12 on any Hershey's Kisses or chocolate and take your receipt to Pritchard's on Robinson Road. You could win up to $2,500. There'll be 9 winners. Enter today.
Of the Bahamas. Fly away.
Almost every journey starts with your car. We spend most of the early stages of our lives anticipating getting our first set of wheels. When that moment finally comes, let AID be there for all your auto needs. Make it yours by accessorizing, maintaining, and repairing your car with AID. Whether you're a professional mechanic, a recent graduate, a full-time mom, or an I can fix that kind of guy. Or if you're completely clueless about what your car needs, AID will assist in providing a large variety of auto parts, a diagnostic center, and great customer service. For all life's auto journeys, we're here. AID, all you really need and more.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium expects to be a mecca for sports in 2023 and beyond. Carifta Track and Field and the World Relays, just a few of the events set to take place.
The last scope of work would have done would have probably cost us some $30+ million, but we wouldn't get in full depth of that type of work right now. Just to have it prepared for April, that will cost us maybe close to $3 million. That ensure that the equipments are working and the safety of Bahamians or persons, whoever uses the facility, is ensured that they are safe. And shortly after that, because, you know, we won the bid to host the 2024 World Relays, then we will move full steam straight ahead after the Carifta Games and try to shut the stadium down for a bit and try to get the major work done.
A number of other events also set to hit our shores this year.
We also will have the Olympic qualifier for Rugby 7, which will be during August 19th to 20th, that the Bahamas has an opportunity to qualify for the Olympic. We have the Inter-Island Relays March 15 to 18 scheduled for Grand Bahama, which is the black colleges. And then, of course, we all know during the Independence Week, we will be celebrating the Golden Jubilee Bahama Games, which will be July 7th through the 15th.
and the economic impact of sports tourism will be tremendous.
The Inter-Island Relays, I understand, has already booked 600 rooms. So if you take 600 rooms and you multiply that by 5 nights, depends on what's the cost of the room, then that tells you how much money is being spent. Then you look at also the transportation. We're not speaking meals and the restaurants that will be impacted. That's just one event. Carifta, we already have over 30 countries intend to be on the island. Even though Carifta is a junior event, that means facilities of hotels will be utilized. I think they already secure Marriott and the Breezes Hotel. We look at the Bahamas games where we need 1,500 rooms. And that's the 7 days of 1,500 room nights for Bahamians alone, domestically. And we know that New Providence will be sinking with the amount of Bahamians that will be on the island.
So the big question is, will everything be in place to make this happen?
We're putting all the resources in place now. You know, we have programs now where we are outreaching to young people who want to be volunteers, ensure that they get the necessary training and to be able to assist us with the manpower necessary to ensure that these events are not just held, but held in the highest form of class that you can see, so that when persons come to our shores, they can appreciate, feel welcome, and understand that Bahamas is a place and a destination for sports tourism.
The Tabernacle Baptist Falcons senior boys basketball team finishing up with a 1-2 record at the Arby's Classic, which closed out on New Year's Eve in Bristol, Tennessee. Head coach Kevin Clark gives a breakdown of his team's performance.
The tournament was very, very competitive. We played Webb School out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Our first game, we were down 4 at halftime. Ran out of legs in the second half. We were down 2 players. One of our starters wasn't there. One of our top scorers coming off the bench also was unable to make the trip. The second game we played Gate City. We were able to hold on to an 18-point lead at halftime. They made the necessary adjustments in the second half and came back on us, made a couple runs. They came back on us. We were able to pull it out at the end of the game. And then finally, we played the host school, Tennessee High School. We were down 9 points at halftime. And once again, the legs weren't there, and they were able to beat us down the stretch.
With the Arby's Classic now in the rearview mirror, Coach Clark expecting the Falcons to fly even higher.
There are a number of top-ranked players in America there. This is going to only get us better down the stretch, moving forward to league play, and also possibly the Hugh Campbell if they're having that on nationals. It was good camaraderie for the team. The boys were able to bond and get a lot of chemistry and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to the new year. I'm looking forward to us playing back in the Bahamas and seeing what the tournament did for us as a team. I think that we're gonna make some noise. We have a young team, but we're very talented, and this tournament I feel like only made us better.
Coach Yolette McPhee-McQuinn, the Ole Miss Running Rebels women's basketball team, now 2-0 in SEC play and 12-3 overall, following a 61-50 victory over in-state rival Mississippi State on New Year's Day. After the game, Coach Yo was in celebration mode and a bit lost for words.
I'm so proud of y'all.
The Bull Ridge Regatta opening up the 2023 sloop sailing season down in Georgetown, Exuma. Earlier today, Captain Stephen Knowles and Ms. Rui rebounded from a slow start to get in the win column in Class C.
The fellas, they ain't used to that big sail like that, so when I made that tack, they didn't get on the pride. And ain't nothing you can do. When you see the boat slow down like that, ain't nothing you can do. Once they don't get on the pride, they ain't gonna come around. But they recovered quickly, and we was able to get the sail down and back up rather fast, started back up. Bro, we sailing good. Like I tell Lincoln, he need a consistent captain and he need a consistent crew. You can't just get any and everybody to keep sailing on the boat every different regatta. You need our fellas who are really dedicated to the boat who know the boat and who will be prepared to race the boat. You can't sail, you know. The difference between sailing and racing, a lot of these fellas like to sail, but they ain't want to race.
That's a look at sports. A check on weather up next.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
This Christmas season, stream with faster speeds. The unforgettable things we all have to see. Share every memory. Link up for Christmas. Link up with BTC. We are family.
BTC will make this festive season fun and fast with BTC's fiber internet. Sign up and BTC will give you 1 month free or go postpaid and get unlimited Facebook and WhatsApp.
Link up for Christmas. Link up with BTC.
Are you a contractor or new homeowner? Maybe you need a few pieces of lumber for your DIY projects. Welcome to Capital Lumber, the newest building materials company in the Bahamas. Located on Parkgate Road, Nassau, helping you to maximize your savings on lumber, cement, shingles, tools, and much more. Your one-stop shop for all your building essentials. With free delivery to the mailboat, visit us today. Capital Lumber, build strong.
Last Thanksgiving, immediate response went on the road to the Big Apple, New York City. Then, months later, we went to Houston, and now we're going on the road with immediate response to Atlanta, a major economic and cultural center with internationally famous businesses like Coca-Cola and CNN, along with professional sporting teams like the Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta Hawks, and the Braves, too.
Join me, the Bishop of Motivation, Spence Finlayson, as I interview outstanding, high-profile, and celebrated Bahamians in Atlanta.
Call your account executive or the ZNS sales department today to place your ads for 2 groundbreaking broadcasts from Atlanta, Georgia, live on the ZNS television and radio network. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Hepatitis is the inflammation of the liver, which is the organ responsible for filtering toxins from the body, producing bile for digestion, and producing proteins and clotting factors. The most important cause of hepatitis worldwide is viruses, of which there are 5 main types: A, B, C, D, and E. Hepatitis B and C are major health challenges globally, affecting over 300 million persons worldwide. The suspicion of hepatitis may be a challenge, as there are typically no symptoms. However, if infected, non-specific symptoms may include decreased appetite, nausea, vague abdominal discomfort, jaundice or yellow eyes, and abnormal liver function tests. If not treated, hepatitis of any type can lead to cirrhosis and liver cancer, which leads to over 1 million deaths worldwide. If you suspect you may have been exposed to the virus that causes hepatitis, talk to your doctor today and get tested.
This public service announcement is brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority in conjunction with the Medical Association of the Bahamas and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Diabetic eye disease is caused by changes in the blood vessels of your retina. This disease is the most common cause of vision loss among patients with diabetes and is the leading cause of blindness and visual impairment in working-age adults. Symptoms of diabetic eye disease can include floaters in your vision, blurred vision, fluctuating vision, impaired color vision, or generalized loss of vision. Smoking can quadruple your risk of progression of this disease. Bottom line is, smoking will cause you to go blind faster with diabetes. So quit smoking. Also, for expectant mothers who are diabetic, it is very important that you have your eyes examined during pregnancy, as rapid changes can occur in your eyes during pregnancy. And remember, good eye health is a combined effort. between your eye care team, your medical doctors, and you, the patient.
This public service announcement is brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority in conjunction with the Medical Association of the Bahamas and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, satellite picture showing a little weak troughing across the northwest Bahamas, but that shouldn't pose any major problem for us. High pressure will remain in control over the next several days, and that should render some pretty nice weather. Partly cloudy tonight, pretty nice with a low temperature of 71 degrees. And tomorrow, we're looking at a bit breezy, otherwise mostly sunny and quite pleasant with a high temperature climbing up to 82 degrees. Extended weather forecast, the beautiful weather will continue right through the 7-day cycle, taking us into our next weekend, and those daytime temperatures not too bad, low 80s, nighttime temperatures for the most part in the low 70s. Occasionally we'll have some upper 60s. Desmond.
Thanks, Basil. That does it for the Bahamas tonight, the National Report. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here, have a good night.
Last Thanksgiving, immediate response with On the Road to the Big Apple, New York